Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, we're going to talk all about how to improve the lighting in your home. Now, in general, there are three different types of lighting. There's ambient lighting, there's task lighting, and then there is accent lighting. In this video, we're going to focus primarily on accent lighting. These are the little things that you can add to your home that will create a nice, warm, inviting atmosphere. It's that little extra lighting that's under the cabinet or below the stairs or a little spotlight or picture light. There are so many different ways to add accent lighting to your home, and we're going to go over all of them in this video. Let's get started. Okay, number one are night lights. We are not talking about kids' night lights. We're talking about night lights to put in your hallway throughout your home. This is a really fantastic way to have a low level lighting in your home that is functional, but mostly gives a nice warm glow around the high traffic areas in your space. So for me, I like to have lighting that leads from the bedroom through the kitchen and to the other bedrooms. Not only is it functional when we have visitors or guests, people can move through the house without it being pitch black, but it also gives this nice, soft, warm glow. It's nothing that's going to wake anybody up if they're just getting up from a sleep and they're groggy. It's just enough to give you a nice visibility throughout the house, and it's fantastic. So the ones I use are from Vaunt. They are a basic dusk till dawn light. There's no other special features about them. I just plug them in and leave them. When it gets dark in the house, they turn on by themselves. When it gets bright, they turn off. They're very simple and very effective, and it's a great first step to adding some accent lighting into your home. Number two is under cabinet lighting. Now, under cabinet lighting, you can hardwire in, or you can get rechargeable or battery operated puck lights or light bars to stick underneath your cabinets. I have the little puck lights that you press on and off. They actually have AA batteries that go in them. If I were to do it all over again, for some reason, if something happens to these lights, I've had them for years now, but if something happened to them, I would definitely get the rechargeable ones. But things like this, they're really inexpensive. I want to say I paid maybe $16 or $17 for a pack of like 6 of them for my kitchen, and it was the best money I've ever spent. I love having these lights. They're controlled by remote control. I love having them on in the kitchen late at night. I don't have to have any of the other overhead lights on. So that's your ambient lighting, right? The lighting that's designed to overall light the room. So that's usually your can lights. Pendant lights, it's debatable. You know, depending upon where pendant lights are, they may be considered more of a task lighting. So if you're over your kitchen island, or you have lighting that's over a bathroom sink, that falls a little bit more into the task lighting category, but in general, you know what I mean. It's the overall lighting for the room that is the ambient lighting. But as far as accent lighting goes, I absolutely love the under the cabinet lights. Going right along with that, number three, you can also use these same types of lights underneath your shelves. So if you have a pantry, you can stick each one of these on the underside of your shelves. Some of them are motion activated, so you can choose whether you want those so that when you open your pantry door, all of your lights come on and your shelves are beautifully lit. Or you can have them that are just turned on and off. I don't know, maybe you have a glass door on your pantry, right, that you see in all the time. You might want to control it through remote. It's really up to you, but they are a fantastic way to highlight and create a little bit more light and display. It's really just for decoration. It's an accent light. It's for decoration, but it really does create a nice ambiance in your kitchen. Task lamps are very popular right now, and that is the fourth type of accent lighting that I want to talk about. It's very popular to put the task lamps on the sides of your sofa or right along the side of an armchair or accent chair. These are lights that are not meant to light up the entire room like a traditional floor lamp. Instead, they are angled down to be more of a spotlight on that seat that it's next to. So it's not really even gonna light up an entire couch. It's designed to light up that seat. Consider it like a reading lamp, right? It's for you to be able to see your tablet or your book or your magazine or whatever you're reading in that seat. There's one particular style that you see all over YouTube. I'll put a picture of it here. I know you've seen it. They're very popular right now. If you like that type of lighting, or if you do lots of reading, that is a type of lighting that you can add to your home as an accent light. The next up are spotlights. This is another very trendy thing right now. You can get these little spotlights. They're rechargeable, much like the puck lights and the motion activated bar lights that you can put under your cabinets. You can get these little spotlights and use them to illuminate corners in your room. Sometimes people put them behind faux trees. Sometimes they put them into the planter of the faux tree and cover it with moss and give your tree a little uplight. You can put them in the corner behind a chair, a rocking chair, or a chair in a nursery. If you have the little pedestals where you display a figurine or a bust, you can put the spotlight there and kind of uplight that. There are a lot of options to put these little lights, and they are great for highlighting some of your decor. It's a great accent light option. Moving from the floor up onto the walls, there are picture lights. If you have a gallery wall, a picture light is the perfect way to highlight that on the wall in the evening. Let's say you have 3 rows. You don't necessarily have to have 3 lights, but you could have one at the center. Let's say you have 3 columns of pictures in a gallery wall. Go ahead and put a light right at the center. If you have large pictures that are maybe going up your stairway, you can stagger those picture lights. Put one over each one of your oversized paintings or pictures. You can have one over one in your bedroom. You can have them in your hallway. They're just a fantastic way to highlight another decorative object. In this case, it's going to be a painting or a picture frame that's on your wall, and they look just so cool. They look so cool, especially in a dining room or a living room. They help really highlight your personality. They highlight the things that you've chosen as decor for your home, and it just kind of draws a little extra attention to it. They're a great way to illuminate the space just a little bit and draw the attention to the object that you want everyone to look at. Now, when it comes to lighting at the tabletop or countertop level, consider candles, mini lamps, or even diffusers as an accent lighting option. These, again, they create a little bit of glow. They're not going to illuminate an entire room. They're not intended to. They're just going to create a little bit of glow in that area that's just beautiful to look at night. You can, of course, go for the battery-operated candles. A lot of them now allow you to turn them on for a certain number of hours, and then they continue that schedule. That's the way the ones that I have work. I have one giant a giant pillar candle that sits at my entryway, and one that sits on my dining room table. And every night at about 7:30, they both come on. They stay on for 4 hours. They turn off on their own. It's a nice thing to have in the house in the evening when all of the other overhead lights are turned off. It just creates a really nice, soothing atmosphere. So consider those. Consider candles, consider mini lamps, and diffusers. A lot of the essential oil diffusers now come with different lighting options and different lighting settings. And those are another great way to illuminate a countertop or a tabletop. We're almost done here. I have just a few more to talk about. One is the behind the TV LED strip lighting. This was really popular for the last few years. I don't know how many people are still doing it, but it's a popular option. If you want to, you can buy these kind of sticky backed LED light strips, and you can line the back of your television, and they're controlled via remote control or an app, and they can light up and glow, and you'll basically have a soft glow coming out from the back of your TV. You can change the colors. They're very cool to look at. I don't have any in my home, but they are pretty cool to look at. So if you like that sort of big illuminated TV from the behind look, that's a great option for accent lighting. The last few have to do with lighting outside of your home. So let's talk about your patio or your backyard setup. Consider some string lights, some hanging lanterns, or some curtain lights in your backyard. They will create such a beautiful atmosphere. I put string lights up on my little covered patio area last year, and I absolutely love them. They are so awesome. They survived through a few days of freeze here in Texas, and they are going strong this year. They were worth every penny, and they weren't even expensive. They were maybe $25, and I absolutely love them. I have the blinds open for the doors that lead out to that patio every night. Those are the only ones I leave open because I can see those lights sparkling just beyond the window, and it's a beautiful sight. So if you're thinking about what you can do in your backyard, consider string lights, curtain lights, or the hanging lanterns. In your garden beds, consider some solar lights there. Solar lights to put in your garden beds. You can use them if they can angle up. You can use them to uplight a tree. If you have them in your front yard, you can use them to uplight your house number. You can also use them to line your driveway or your path for path lighting. This is a great accent lighting for your yard. You can also have stair lights as an option. Stair lights are pretty versatile. Usually you can mount them to the stairs. You can mount them to fence posts. For me, I don't have any stairs, but I do use them on my fence, on the lower level of my fences. I should tell you a story. These same lights, I'll insert a shot of these. They were so bright. My initial thought was that I was going to put them on every other post in my backyard so that I could illuminate my backyard at night. The backyard was so dark, and I was just kind of over it. I'm like, I want to be able to see something, like what's out there. I could sit there on the patio, but beyond a certain point, it was just pitch black, and you just hear sounds, and you're like, what is out there? So I wanted to get these fence lights. I set them up. When I tell you, it lit up my yard like it was a football field. It was Friday night lights out there. I could not believe how bright these lights were. So what I ended up having to do was I tried multiple days. I tried to reduce the number of the lights, but I was just so afraid that I was going to become a nuisance to the neighbors because the backyard would be so bright and everybody else's was dark. I said, this is not going to work. So what I did was I lowered them down so that they're just a few inches off the grass. And I have 2 in one corner and I have 2 in another corner. And it's the perfect amount of light. Just 2 of them. Let me tell you, just be careful when you buy these types of fence post lights because they can be much brighter than you think. And there was no way to adjust that lighting. So, but in any event, accent lighting for your backyard, yes. Fence lights, deck lighting, stair lighting, they're all really great options to create a nice ambiance in your backyard. And that is finally it for this video. I know it was a long one. I hope you found all of this information helpful and you will use a few of these to help create some really beautiful accent lighting in your home and just kind of upgrade your space. All of these things you can get rather inexpensively, so this is a great way to decorate your home on a budget. Just upgrade your lighting here and there, places where you think that you're really going to enjoy it. Don't forget to visit me at DianeDecor.com. I post all about decorating on a budget over there, and I will see you in the next video.